as I'm going along and stitching this, remember we took this one was, we just marked, we punched through one side and just kind of marked the other side to kind of get our holes lined up. So they line up pretty good. You can always just give it a little wiggle. It kind of stretches the hole out a little bit for a few minutes. That makes it a little easier to get the second needle come through. I've had some where it was just kind of a hunt and peck the whole time. Little wiggles. I still have to do my final bevel, and I never do a final sand. I don't burnish until after my stitching is all done. What the stitching will do is you're glued in the middle. It'll pucker the leather around that glue line, so you'll wind up with like a groove, and that's not cool. I'm just going to overstitch 2 holes. Just like that. Everything is pretty well protected down here. I cut that off nice and close. And when you're done, you hardly know it's there. That's kind of the way it should be. So there we go. One side's done. I'll get the other side done, and we'll form this bad boy. Alright, we're done stitching, or I'm done stitching. I'm going to go around and even everything out. I'm going to bevel my edges and get ready for burnishing and stuff. But this is the first time that I get to see how accurate my pattern is. How well does this CZ75 blue gun fit in here? So here we go. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. So it fits in there pretty well. The only other firearm I have here is my shield, and it's clear. Oh, there you go. Nothing in there. Magazine's out. And this should, I thought this would fit in the other compact holster, but it did not. I'm actually having to work at this. Now, if I was making this for a shield, I'd do my stitch line a little different. Instead of having that little point down here, like the CZ75 trigger guard does, it's got a little point there. Instead of having that, I probably would round that out a little more right on this part. Other than that, it fits in there. Fits in there pretty well. Now, you could make a thumb brake to go with these as well. Just you extend this part so it comes back up around a little farther, and then your thumb brake can tuck into it. I'm not into thumb brakes a whole lot. I don't know why. I'm just not. I do have patterns that have them, mostly for 1911s, but this fits pretty well. I am not going to form it today because I had a couple of grandkids over and I'd like to go spend a little time with them, because these are the bigs, as we call them. And I'll get to spend a lot of time with my bigs, but it fits in there really well. And let's see, what else do I have here? Well, not a Luger, not a Mauser. That's the only other full size I have is a 1911. Oh, fits beautiful in there. Actually, it's a little loose for the 1911, but that's okay. It fits. Now I could try this. I'd like to try this with something else, something that's got a light rail on it maybe. So I might have to grab out a couple of my other full-size firearms and see if they fit. Then I'll let you know. But if I just rounded off that tip there, where this is at, I think it'd be just fine. I don't think it'd make any difference on actual fit in the holster. I stabbed myself with a needle. I thought I was done bleeding. Oh well. This ain't going to nobody but me. And hopefully, my hope is that I'm going to grab my Glock 17 and see if that fits in here. I might make it fit that. But I used the CZ75 to make the pattern. These patterns can be used for several different firearms at a time. Kind of cool that way. And here we go. I think the 380 EZ fits in there pretty well too. So, and the EZ comes in a 380 and a 9mm. They're both pretty small. My light rails, I will usually fill those in. I'm not going to form every little piece of that light rail when you go wet forming. But we could talk about that in a whole nother video. So, that fits too. There we go. I'll be back tomorrow when we get to doing some burnishing and wet forming.